Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Welcome back to the Facebook live class on Communicative English practical session. How are you, dear students? Wish you all the best this morning. I'm fine. What about you? Anyway, can you hear me, please? I think it's all right. If not, please let me know. Dear students, let's back to the lesson. In the last class or in the last lesson, I talked about the procedure to get linked with foreign speakers or native speakers. Did you practice? Okay. If you do, give a thumbs up to the reaction buttons and let me ensure how many of you have practiced. All right, dear students, today I will brief on how to maintain personal manner during conversation or social etiquettes. Well, dear students, some of you have failed to download Skype to get connected with the native speaker, and some of you had asked me how they can start up conversation. Okay, don't worry, I will make it clear all this in today's lesson, right? So let's see what happens to the lecture 8. All right, I hope that you are watching the first slide, and that is all about the communicative English. And let's talk about the mm, objectives of practical part. You know, it is a little bit different than that of the theoretical part. So, you see, after the completion of the course, you will be able to communicate the areas that learners encounter in real life situations and reinforce the basic language skills of listening and speaking and integrate ICT as tools in learning language. I talked a lot about the matters in my previous lectures, so I don't want to elaborate this anymore. So go for the next slide. Okay, you are watching. See the lecture 8. In today's lesson, we will focus on how to maintain personal manner in conversation or social etiquettes in conversation. Okay. Anyway, ultimately, you will also learn some new words, new vocabularies, and phrases related to English conversation lessons online. And you are advised to write a composition on how to use talking software. And then ultimately, you are also advised uh, to talk or to share with your friends about etiquettes and manner. I mean, social etiquettes and manner, right? Uh, okay, all right, dear students, don't forget to use headphones while going to listen to me, right? Okay. In my earlier lesson, I talked about uh, the step to connect a foreigner, and this is the repetition of the point, how you can get connected. So have a look. Some of you have failed to get connected with the foreigners or to download the Skype. So I'm just repeating the slide again. Uh, First, you have to open your PC, and secondly, you have to go to the browser option for searching internet to uh, go to the to go to your expected websites, and then start browsing the specific website mentioned below. Here you see The website address is given here, www.speaking24.com. And besides, nowadays we have more websites for pairing conversation with the native speakers or the foreign speakers, But I just mentioned this, okay? Just for an example, you can find another one, okay? And then follow the instructions given there. If you go there, you will be given some instructions and you have to follow it to get registered, right? And then actually our focus, our today, our main focus actually on the very point, that is maintaining personal manner or social etiquettes while we go for conversing with a foreigner. You have to remember that you are bearing the while you go for carrying conversation. As I shown in my last class, that the national flag of our country is shown there along with you. So you are representing country, and it depends. Okay, so try to maintain personal manner. Okay, and know how to use Skype সফটওয়্যার এবং আমি যদি বাংলায় বলি তাহলে বলতে হবে যে কিভাবে আমরা সফটওয়্যার স্কাইপ সফটওয়্যারটা ডাউনলোড করব সে বিষয়ে আমি একটু কথা বলবো আজকে, বা সে বিষয়ে আমাদের দু একটা স্লাইড থাকছে আজকের লেসনে. And then start conversation. If you finish downloading Skype software, you are ready to conversation. Uh, okay. All right. How to maintain personal manner? Okay, how to maintain personal manner or social etiquettes? You see, here some points are given. Show good manner with online friends. Of course, আমাদেরকে সুন্দর আচরণ করতে হবে এবং ফর্মাল আচরণ করতে হবে while we go for online friends. And this is very, 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 very important for us to know how to behave with a person who is not acquainted ever before. So you have to follow some rules of conversation. And then, of course, you have to respect seniors, show empathy to others. অবশ্যই আমাদেরকে মহানুভবতা সহানুভূতি এগুলো দেখাতে হবে, সিনিয়রদেরকে সম্মান করতে হবে। And then cooperate and help colleagues. অর্থাৎ তুমি যাদের সাথে কথা বলছো, they are your colleagues, and of course you have to cooperate with him or her. Maintain sequence in conversation. অবশ্যই আমাদের এই কথোপকথনের সময় সিকোয়েন্স বা ক্রম যেটাকে বলে বাংলায়, সেই সিকোয়েন্সটা মেনটেন করতে হবে। And then perform duties and maintain responsibilities in the chat room. Okay, while you go for talking with someone else, of course you have to follow some house rules. House rules বলতে আমরা যেটা বুঝি যে যেই রুমে তুমি বসে কথা বলছো সেই রুমটা সাউন্ড প্রুফ আছে কিনা, সেই রুমে এক্সট্রা কোনো সাউন্ড আছে কিনা, ইন্টারনেট কানেকশনটা ঠিক আছে কিনা, ওকে, অ্যান্ড আদার্স কোনো ডিসরাপশন আছে কিনা, সেইগুলো আগে থেকেই তোমাকে মিনিমাইজ করে তারপরে দেন ইউ উইল স্টার্ট কনভারসেশন। এন্ড দেন পারফর্ম জব অ্যাকর্ডিং টু দ্য কমিটমেন্ট। অবশ্যই ইউ আর কমিটেড টু ক্যারিয়ার কনভারসেশন অর টু ডু সামথিং, so you have to follow this, you have to perform it, otherwise you have no other options to go outside of these rules. Okay, and never ask personal questions. This is very, very important. Okay, sometimes we go for asking personal questions, but this is not the good manner or good etiquettes. Okay. Okay, here you will see the picture or some images of Skype software, and let's see 2 seconds. Okay, all right. I think you have seen the Skype. First, if you don't know how to download the software, of course, you can find a video tutorial. In nowadays, we have a lot of video tutorials for doing something. So you can write simply how to make a Skype ID on the browser section. If you write there, you will get many video tutorials. These are all free, and then you start downloading the software. That is one Skype for all your devices. Okay, simply you will get the picture like this in your PC or mobile phone, and you can download. If you click here, ultimately it will start downloading, and then you will get the image like this in your PC or in your mobile phone. You just do what they expect. Okay, and then it is almost ready. You can write messages, you can make phone calls, you can make video calls. Okay, and you can get started clicking on the icon, right? And finally you will get the image like this. Okay, I think that you could understand well. Now we can go for the next slide. Okay, I mentioned in earlier or in my last class that how to get us started, how to communicate with English-speaking people online. Okay, let me talk about the background of English-speaking people, as because mm, there are some summary, there are some reasons behind to speak foreign people. If you go for conversation with a foreign people, then you will have no more options to speak in your native language. So I think that it would be very helpful for you to become fluent in speaking, especially in English. Okay, you see, many flags are here. So the people from different countries join here to carry on conversation. Okay, and informations are given, or the suggestions are given, and you have to follow these suggestions, meaning that you have to write nickname, your goal. If you click here, some template will come out from this button, from this box, and you just click what to do. Okay, and then you have to write your say age, and then you have to write your sex, whether you are male or female, and then you have to write, you have to mention your level of learning language, I mean especially English. So you may be the beginners, you may be the intermediate level, or you may be the advanced, or you may belong to the advanced level, whatever you have to mention here. Okay, and then you have to mention countries. If you click here, ultimately the whole countries will come out from here, and if you click Bangladesh, ultimately it will be visible on the screen. Okay, and I think that already your Skype address is created, and you will just write down the Skype address here. Okay. uh, all right. When you have finished all this thing, screen will appear before you like this, and you see Rosti. Maybe she is from Ukraine, and she is interested to talk about on this following topic, right? Such as job interview, working in UK, working in USA, my school, my family, my pets, my hobby, my country, whatsoever. Okay, and you will get here. I see that one person from Bangladesh, Rakib. I would request you not to go for making conversation or carrying conversation with your native people. I mean, never go for asking to carrying conversation with Mr. Rakib. Okay, so the purpose of coming here will go effortless if you choose the native speaker. Okay, so of course you will choose a foreigner, right? And then go for the next slide. You see, I am visible here. My name is Zahid, you see, and the country I belong, that is, Bangladesh. So, like this, I am visible here. Okay, if your friends want to connect with you, of course, he or she has to click here, and if he or she click you here, ultimately will get connected, and then you have to do something. Okay, of course, you will make friendships, you will request him or her to talk, to carry on conversation with you, and then if she or he agrees to talk to you, then you will go on, you will move on. Okay, otherwise you'll stop there, right? Okay, then speaking tips, some options are there where you can get some speaking tips. If you want to, suppose you think that you lack some vocabulary, so you have nothing to be worried. You will, if you go there, if you submit your email address, this authority will give you some words, some word of the day, and ultimately practicing all this will be rich enough in vocabulary. Okay, so go for the next slide, and then you can sit for the vocabulary test once in a week. It is better to go for uh, testing your level. Okay, so ultimately options are there like this, and it will help you. I hope that it will help you to uh, check your level, and ultimately they will evaluate you. Okay, and okay, someone asked me how they can start off, and someone asked me that it is a little bit difficult to carry on conversation with a foreigner because they don't have, or they may not have the uh, enough vocabularies, or they are not aware, or they are not concerned about the questions they are supposed to ask. But you see, if I go back to the lesson, okay, all right, you see, job interview, right? If you click here, ultimately, you will get a lot of tips there, like this one, okay. Okay, and I clicked on my country, and you see a lot of questions are there, and you can practice before, and just 10 minutes before carrying conversation, or going to carry conversation with your partner, 10 minutes before you just practice. Okay, such as, what country do you live in? What is the area of your country? Okay, all right, suppose you don't know the meaning of the word area, say, right? Then if you click here, or if you put the cursor here, you will get the meaning of area. Okay, just like this. Okay, you see area, and that is the size of a surface calculating by multiplying its length by its width. Their new form is 20 square kilometers in area. Okay, so this is called area. I mean, you have got the meaning of the uh, word area. So likewise, you can practice of your own, and or you can first you can practice with your brothers, your parents, or your friends, and then you can after building confidence, you can go on carrying conversation with foreign friends, right? And ultimately idioms related to that very topic, my country, is given here or given there. Okay. You see, this is also very important. First, you have to set your goal, what to do, and without having goal, you cannot do anything. So if you want to achieve your fluency in speaking, of course, the you have to set your goal. You need not to go for using much more complex grammatical structures to achieve the goal. First of all, try to speak as fluent as possible, even making some grammar mistakes. Okay, as I said earlier or in my different lectures, that right wrong doesn't matter, but you start speaking. Okay, first, and then go for correcting your pronunciation, and then go for correcting your grammar mistakes. Okay, first, if you think that you don't have much more vocabulary, you don't have much more knowledge about grammar, so it would be a difficult task for you to carry on conversation with a foreigner or anyone else. It would be really you will stuck there. তুমি ওখানেই থেমে যাবে আর তোমার এই লক্ষ্যে পৌঁছানো সম্ভব হবে না। সো যেটা তোমাকে করতে হবে, অবশ্যই তোমাকে একটা গোল সেট করতে হবে এবং তোমাকে ইউ মাস্ট স্টার্ট প্র্যাকটিসিং। ওকে, ভুল ভ্রান্তি যাই হোক তোমাকে শুরু করতে হবে। শুরু করার পরে তোমাকে দেখতে হবে যে if there is any mistake in pronunciation, then try to follow the accent rules of accent as I mentioned in my last class or the class previous class. So you can learn the rules of pronunciation. Okay, so it's not much more practical or to learn the pronunciation first. Okay, you just started speaking. Okay, actually, there is no alternative, and you have to remember always that the more you practice, the more fluent your English speaking is. তুমি যত বেশি প্র্যাকটিস করবে তত বেশি তুমি অনর্গল ইংরেজিতে কথা বলতে পারবে। Okay, so get some tips from these websites how you can uh, carry on conversation fluently or how can you speak English fluently. Okay, so go for the next. All right, dear students, etiquettes and manners. Advise I advised you to share with your friends online about the etiquettes and manner. Etiquettes and manner বলতে আমরা যেটা বুঝি, যেমনটি আমরা বলছিলাম এর আগে যে don't ask any personal questions. Actually, what is personal questions? In terms of the international standard, personal questions mean that you never ask the salary of your partner or of your online friend. You never ask your friends his or her age. Okay, you never ask uh, your friends whether he got married or she got married, whatsoever, right? সে কত টাকা বেতন পায়, সে বিয়ে শাদী করেছে কিনা, তারপরে যেখানে সে চাকরি করে সে কত টাকা স্যালারি পায়, এই কোশ্চেনগুলো কখনোই আমরা করব না। সেটা অবশ্য আমরা হরহামেশাই বাংলাদেশিরা করে থাকি, বাট দিস আর কল্ড পার্সোনাল কোশ্চেন। নেভার আস্ক পার্সোনাল কোশ্চেনস লাইক দিস। ওকে, অ্যান্ড অফকোর্স আমাদেরকে অবশ্যই প্রপার এটিকেটস এবং ম্যানারটা শো করতে হবে যখন আমরা একজন বিদেশির সাথে কথা বলবো। কারণ হচ্ছে আমার নামের সাথে তোমরা দেখেছো নিশ্চয়ই যে ওখানে বাংলাদেশের একটা ফ্ল্যাগ আছে। ইফ আই ডোন্ট বিহেভ প্রপারলি উইথ এ ফরেনার, দে উইল জাস্ট bully about our country, they will just degrade our culture. Okay, so never do it, right? So if it is needed to learn the social cultures or etiquettes and manners, you just go to the search option and simply write etiquettes and manner of conversation. Then ultimately a lot of video tutorials will be appear before you, and you can learn from there, right? Okay, I hope that you have learned many new words from this lesson, and if you learn any new words, of course you are supposed to write here. Okay, and then go for the next slide. All right, each and every lesson I advise you to write a composition. In today's lesson, you are asked to write how to use talking software. Okay, this is the process writing. You will just write step by step how you can use or how you can download, and finally how you use this talking software. Okay, this is also very important because প্রতিটা লেসনেই আমার প্রায় তিনটা অপশন মাস্ট থেকেই যায়, সেটা হচ্ছে যে রাইটিং স্কিলস প্র্যাকটিস, listening skill practice, speaking skill practice, and then reading skill practice. Okay, so I think that uh, uh, each and every lecture, it belongs to this at least three skills to practice. Okay, এখন তোমরা জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারো কিভাবে আমরা স্পিকিং স্কিল প্র্যাকটিস করলাম। আমি তোমাদেরকে প্রতিটা সেশনে একটা করে টপিক দিয়ে দিই তোমার বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে কথা বলার জন্য। সো ইউ আর প্র্যাকটিসিং স্পিকিং, right? If you use or if you spend 10 to 15 minutes in a day, then you just see it will not take much more time to become fluent. It will take not more than 2 months to become fluent. Okay, so and then you see, if you follow my instructions and start writing, if you did this writing practice, then I think that you are now efficient in writing task. Okay, and in my previous lessons, I mean in theoretical part, I gave you a lot of video tutorial or video clips where I hope that you have practiced listening from the native speaker, and I also gave you a lot of tips about reading tasks. So each and every lecture, it belongs less or more four skills to practice. Okay, and if you did so, then I think that you are efficient in speaking, you are efficient in writing, you are efficient in what should I say, listening task also. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. If you want to watch this video once more, of course, you have to keep watching and get connected with www.skills.gov.bd or www.onlinetibet.com. And thank you so much for staying last 30 minutes with me and listening to me patiently. Thank you.